So we are in East Oakland, right off of 20th and International, and the building right behind me is pretty much where I grew up at, where all my childhood took place at. It was a lot of domestic violence here, a lot of chaos, a lot of fighting between my parents and the neighbors here. So my mom was an alcoholic. She drank, I would say almost every single day. So the days that we were at school, when we would come back home, my mom would already be leaning against a car, where men pretty much touched upon her. I didn't really think too much of it, but I just always had the thought in my head that I didn't like the men that were around take advantage of my mom. So it was a lot going on. I looked up to my brother so much, and my brother was also involved with crimes himself. And my brother used to always ask me, oh, do you know of any homes that you go to that we can like burglarize, or anyone that we can rob and things like that. And from there on, we committed as many crimes as we could, from committing robberies, burglarizing homes, breaking into cars, taking stolen cars. So we were going out for joyriding, started picking up on smoking weed, drinking, pretty much having the time of our life. We didn't have to go home. We didn't have to go to school. We didn't have to attend to nobody. When we needed money, we went out there and robbed somebody. When we wanted to eat, we went and robbed somebody. It was a good high. I felt really light, like I had control of my own life. I did what I wanted to and when I wanted to. I had nobody around that yelled at me, and we lived off of our 31-day bus pass. And that's how we were traveling from Oakland to Fremont, back and forth, committing all of our crimes. Well, both of my parents didn't know that they knew I was just cutting school and doing things like that. But they didn't know I was committing any crimes up until we went to JCPenney in Hayward, Southland Mall, and stole a few items. And we were sent down to the Hayward police station. My dad, who I know really cared and loved me, tried to question me, but it got to the point where my dad didn't even care anymore. Like, he got so angry, and my dad was like, well, if you want to go out and be a prostitute, you go out there and be a prostitute. And at that point, I just gave up, and I'm just like, and I was in tears. Like, I would never think that the man that I really love would tell me something like that. And when I got released, my mom and dad took me straight down to Mona, and that's when we started having our little family counseling, where Mona, I felt like out of all of the people and all of the people that I've come across, they've always wanted to be some sort of like authority figure, like, you need to do this, you need to do that, without listening to me. Like, I understand that I'm a kid and I'm supposed to listen and I'm supposed to do things, but I felt like nobody was taking the time to really listen to me and to understand me and to see the issues, the problems that I was having and why I was acting the way that I was acting. And Mona was the only person that took the time to really listen and hear me out. In a way, it was like, why are you doing this, but she never said anything. She just listened. And not only that, she opened up her agency to me, where instead of me coming back out here to commit crimes and doing all of these things, she opened up her doors to her agency for me to come in and do some volunteer work. At first, I was actually doing it just for probation, but then once I think I started doing the probation, Mona paid me like $15. I'm like, okay, well, I don't have to commit any crime to get this $15. Like, this is easy money.